Magandang araw, ako po si Billy Hackinson na kumakatawan sa makasaysayang probinsya ng Cavite para sa Miss Universe Philippines 2020. And I am very proud to represent the historical capital of the Philippines and the cradle of the Philippine Revolution, the province of Cavite. Back to you, Ted!
Na-stress na ako. Ulit, class.
Maganda na ba ako sa camera? Manahay na aldaw sa Indogabos.
Yung adlaw sa inyong tanan,
Kasta nga agaw ni kamungamin, ayad-ayad nga adlaw kinyo tanan.
Masantos yung aramad si kayo namin.
Mayad-ayad gid nga adlaw kaninyo tanan.
Kaya agandaw, assalamualaikum, mayong adlaw kanatong tanan.
Assalamualaikum, makagali si Mariam Lara Ashraf Abdulhamid nga nagahalin kang nagapresentar sang lugar sang Kabalaka, Capiz.
Ako proud na Bisacol, mapagpalangga kag Oragon. Sabi do, kiniyularing kanong apang tunreng peka pasunting at peka mga lagoon. Kapampangan ko, Pilipina ko, kag Maragoy ko.
Og asa ang mga syupo ug syupa from north to south, province of Cebu.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ako ay si Eric Evangelista, nire-representa kung saan din ako bumibili ng tela, Rizal!
Paisut ikong kunadangan na imped or kuripot kami. Ngamhan kami nga naimot. Amo mi lang nga patsyan iti sakripisyo, kan rigat, iti maysa, kan maysa. Maysa nga Pilipina, maysa nga Ilocana.
Province ng Surigao del Norte, daghan kaayo mga nindot ng mga places nga pwede ninyo bisitahon.
Ug ang akong pinakapaboritong prutas kay ang pinakalami ug pinakahumot na durian gikan sa Davao City.
Kinagagal akong irepresenta ang siyudad ng Pasay, your gateway to the Philippines.
Mula sa City of Stars, Quezon City, nasa amin ang forever Commonwealth.
Proud Filipina and a proud Pangasinense.
What's ako ka-proud nga Cebuana, proud Bisaya, proud na naga-representar sa Cebu City.
Gikan sa Manipayo na probinsya, Leyte.
Itsagsal ko o kaibatan ko. Yatin na, bitch!
Kundiin tanan daw nga tawo mag-usog. Diri do gituungod, danila.
Hindi nangangamoy tuna, nangangamoy kampiyon. From the home of the champions, proud General, gikan sa dakbayan sa General Santos. Bulacan! Sarap balik-balikan! Sanadine! Entertainment capital of the Philippines, Paranaque City.
Dahil sa Pasig City, umaapaw ang pag-asa at ganda.
Sa isla kung asa, matilawan ang pinakatamis nga tubig sa kalibutan, ang probinsya sa Biliran.
Biyag Ilocanos, ag biyag Ilocandria.
Representa sa akong pinalangga nga probinsya, nakilaya sa pinakamaadong klase na marmo sa biong Pilipinas, probinsya it Romblon.
Once again, representing the heart of the Philippines, spreading love to our Filipino community, and projecting positive energy to the universe, I am representing Marinduque.
Bal nila gani, basta Ilongga, guwapa.
Tunay na kay sarap sa Laguna.
From the city that makes dreams happen, make it Makati.
Assalamualaikum. Wako sa muane. Bienvenidos todos. Sa imong buhay, din sa imong love life, permi ka orhe.
Kana na sa Sorsogon, ligwat si Ili din umunan kopya, matatagot ako Lusan, Kalinga.
I'm representing the home of the passionate mind, Taguig City.
Halta na! Ako po si Adi Hitomi Ariate Akiyama, representing the Mangyan. Oriental Mindoro, ito ang gusto ko.
Usa ka kagayanon og mapasigar buhong misa-misnon.
Hidehin, good day everyone, and of course, maadjong adlaw kininyong tanan.
Miski day ako mahiling magparaka kaning maharang, ako man ay proud na Oragon, proud na taga Camarines Sur.
Sobra ka malipay yung nagarepresentar sa syudad sa bulawanong paghigalay, Cagayan de Oro City, Laban, Palawan. Agyamanak Apo,
Miss Universe Etneb!
as well think it's just challenging rather.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, good afternoon to everyone, to our viewers for this afternoon. And once again, we are live at Entertainment News Portal. My name is Dale, your ENP, Entertainment News Portal correspondent, and this is ENP exclusive. And today we are glad to have again one of the most phenomenal and empowered Filipina in this generation. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Universe Philippines 2020 candidate from Muntinlupa City, Miss Maricres Castro. Hello, Maricres.
Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. It's wonderful.
Well, thank you for the
and
opportunity
you.
for this, for having us this afternoon. Now, before we proceed with our chikahan with Marie Chris, let's have first the Beyond the Coastline video of Miss Muntinlupa, Marie Chris Castro.
I don't know if it's been released yet. I submitted it, but I don't think they've released my Beyond the Coastlines video yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we are waiting for the Miss Universe Philippines to release some of the girls Beyond the Coastline view. Maybe the next batch will be published soon, tama? Okay,
Yes.
so Marie Chris, let's start. Yeah, let's start. So before ano pala, tawag dito, to all of our viewers this afternoon, you can also write your questions if you have questions for to our guests for this afternoon. Pwede po ilagay ang inyong questions sa comment section ng ating live. And if you want a shout out to from our guests for this afternoon, lagay nyo lang din po sa comment section. And messages, please feel free to send your messages sa comment section po ng ating live. Okay? Sige. Now, Mary Chris, you are a graduate of biology, right?
Yes po.
With a major in environmental science, tama?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm a BS
Well, actually, I am a
graduate
graduate of biology too, but
wow!
yes, bio, yeah. Yes,
Science?
actually, but the teaching side, yes. Now, why did you pursue to take biology as your path in college?
Well, for one thing, I really love the sciences. I'm a super nerd. I'm actually a full ride scholar. So I had my BS biology and minor environmental
Wow!
science completely paid for all 4 years. So parang board and lodging, kain, tuition at an American university was so expensive. And, I'm just so honored that they would give me that scholarship to pursue my studies po. And siguro it was a leadership scholarship. So I had to lead on campus. So I was also the chairman of the Science Society's Environment Committee and a student senator representing, the women of my dorm. And it was a very growing experience. Also as an athlete, as scholar athlete too po. So maraming experiences ko sa college.
Yes, you are a Fulbright scholar. you know what?
Mm.
It takes effort. It takes a lot of sacrifices to be a Fulbright scholar. Kasi familiar na narinig ko si Fulbright eh. Medyo familiar
Yeah,
ako
it's
dyan. So, I just want to know kung ano yung what are the efforts you put into kaya na-achieve mo yung pagiging Fulbright scholar, then eventually you became a scholar of wow, this university in America.
yes. It's just parang it's because of my teachers like you, people who believe in me and my potential that they would actually encourage me to apply. Because actually, my life in the States was really hard, where my mother was very sick at one point with cancer, and she still worked three jobs to make sure my younger brother and I could go to school. And God is so good po, kasi not only I got a full ride scholarship, but my brother got the Dean's List scholarship for his university. So, walang bayad for tuition. That's almost 2 million pesos po. It's like a really weight off of our shoulders that God blessed us with. Because it's, you have essays, and on top of the essays po, it's like ibang level. You have to go into a gymnasium full of 300 other qualified students. So, I was in a pool of 600 that got cut to 300, and you're given parang problems of the world. Like our problems were, ano, should there be metal detectors in school? Why or why not, to prevent gun violence in America? Oh my gosh. And you're not just solving these questions, you're working together with this random group of 10 other scholars who are also competing for your spot. And you have to talk it out as leaders for the community. And then from there, from 300, we get to 14. Yung ibang cut din po. So from there, everyone's super qualified. Um, there's a student I met, he's Mexican American. Sobrang sobrang matalino po. His heart is so strong. He had he was the president of his high school, 4.0 student. He also worked to help his undocumented parents also, and he didn't get this scholarship. So parang it's really a lot of luck, and it's really a lot of people who believe in me. And I can see my mom and my tita in the comments. And I just want to give a shout out to my mom. I love you so much. And I'm so grateful for you because you're my inspiration to work hard. And you're so right, mom. Like, God will always open a door for us no matter how hard life is. He will make a way because He is a way maker. So, ayun po. It's my mom there. Hi. And my
Yes,
tita Pia. And my sis Lion.
yes.
President
Okay.
Gia, thank you for tuning in. Sorry po.
Now, you've mentioned your mom and you became very emotional. Now, I wanted to know who is Marie Chris as a daughter.
As a daughter, I'm someone who is still learning to be someone with humility, like I think it's because I grew up in the United States. We can tend to be a bit rebellious, and my mother would always instill Filipino virtues of discipline and humility in me. And because of my mother and growing up listening to her and my father in heaven, it's really been such an emotional journey of growth. Kasi po actually in college, I also got to go to Washington, D.C. to attend President Barack Obama's prayer breakfast with our Congress and pray with national and international leaders. So it's like to be a representative not only of our family as a daughter of my mother, but as a daughter of Christ. Well, it's a phenomenal opportunity to allow prayer to change lives.
Yes. Now, that's Marie Chris as a daughter. Now, who is Marie Chris as a sister and as a friend?
As a sister and as a friend, I'd like to think I'm the ultimate cheerleader, I am someone who you can always talk to. It doesn't matter what's going on in life. I think that's very evident by the past few pageants I've been a part of where I've consistently won Miss Friendship. And I think it's also indicative of the kind of person I am to risk, who even my life. I've been a part of international medical teams that have been sent to Nepal when there was an earthquake. So I was willing to risk my life to bring medicine and help, and more importantly, hope to people who needed it. And the same thing here, po. Like I want to use my life, use my voice as a Filipina sister and as a sister in Christ to bridge the gap in the divisiveness we have in our world today, and to just be a leader of change for our community to build a stronger country and a stronger world that's more connected on love. So, and yeah, that's me as a sister and as a friend. I love to call my fellow candidates sister queens because, we're all queens and we're all really sisters. Po. It's an honor and a blessing to bond with so many phenomenal women in my batch.
Yeah. Now, eto ha, medyo ano to, baka magulat ka. Who is Marie Chris, if ever she's a girlfriend?
Wow! um, Siyempre, may disiplina. Someone who is, you know, I love the community that I'm a part of. Here in the Philippines, we're called the Brotherhood of Christian Businessmen and Professionals. And it's a system of believers who try to bring Christ into the marketplace with honesty. And so I'm someone who's going to be honest with my partner. I'm going to be someone who maintains, our spiritual and cultural beliefs and also encourages growth. So the hard thing, Kisipo, for me is that I'm so active in my community. It's almost like the other guy, he'll have to keep up with me. And we'll have to figure out a way to support one another. But I'll be super supportive. And I truly believe that your heart um, will speak volumes where you want to be. And so I'll definitely be the person who shows up to speak up and to be present and be there to support my significant other.
Wow, that's really really sweet. Okay, so going back when you are still studying, when you are still in college, you're an athlete. Can you
Yes
tell
po.
us about the sports you are passionate about and why you became very active in this sports?
Absolutely. So I ran track and field as a scholar athlete at Northwest University. And so the struggles po is that, I'm a full ride scholar, so I have a full course load. So it's not only my academics, I also have leadership responsibilities on top of that. So time management is so important. And for 4 years, every morning we have 6 a.m. practice, 6 a.m. that we have to be at practice ready
Wow.
to go. And you have to wake up for at 5 a.m. or 5:30 to eat breakfast before you work out so you have fuel for your body. And so that's every day for 4 years. It means that, there are so many times that people are asking, how can you stay so busy during this pandemic? And it's just because of that routine where you're always awake at that hour and that's going to set your day off on the right foot. And I think that that sense of discipline, and also when you're part of such a small team of people, when you don't show up, you feel it. And so I also have that need to show up for my team and for the people who count on me to be there, to encourage them as a teammate, as a sister in Christ, as an ate. So yeah, it was a
Oh,
really big struggle.
okay. I'm just curious kasi 'di ba you studied in the US. Um,
Hmm.
how or what ano ba? Do you have any adjustment when you studied there? I mean, nag-adjust ba when it comes to when it comes to cultural differences like that, or your your coping mechanism to different people, paano
Yes,
siya?
of
Naging
course.
paano yung
Yes, of course. So it's definitely a different atmosphere at my university, but it was one that was, I think, mostly a positive challenge, because it's a positive shift. Because Northwest University is a very private, very Christian university, and so it really helped me with my spiritual growth because it took me a while to adjust to people always asking me, really, how are you doing? And then ano po, they're not just gonna say, okay, hi, bye. They're saying, oh, that's going on. Like, can I pray for you right now? Yun, tama. It's like a really
Mm.
cool, cool adjustment kasi or before that, it's not like that where you just say, how are you doing? Okay, bye, good to see you. Pero they're really intentional po about praying for you, about your walk with Christ, about who you are, and even in, the messiness of your life, like they want to show up. And so it's that kind of leadership po that, oh, you don't have to pretend to be okay. Like, I know you. Like, what's going on? Like, let's pray about it. Like, I don't have all the answers, but I can listen. So it was a really cool adjustment, I think.
Yeah. And you've traveled in Africa, right? Can you tell us a brief story of your stay? What have you learned from your travel there in Africa?
So I learned so much about what it means to be an agent of change. Kasi po, I lived in Africa for 2 years after I graduated college. So it was a huge shift. I went through a lot of periods of depression kasi you miss your family, you miss the food, you miss, uh, and then all of a sudden, the village that you live with, they become your family, and all of a sudden, I'm teaching my host mother how to cook Filipino food, so we can cook adobo in our mud hut,
Mm.
and and you become so much a part of the tapestry of life. That it's kasi po my minor in environmental science, being able to use that as someone who's a health volunteer in a remote village benefited me a lot kasi po I got to teach perma gardening, so for food security, not just relying on large scale crops that are monocrops and don't have a large diversity of nutritional value. And then when I wasn't in the clinic po as a health volunteer, just being with the community to help farm. So it's really back-breaking work to lean over with we call it, a lucaso, a hoe to like till the land, plant seeds every day that you're growing, watering, and having to carry a bucket on your head. Kasi po, I don't have running water or electricity. It's literally a mud hut. And ako, I'm the only Filipina for like 370 kilometers po. The closest Filipino is like, oh my gosh po, it's so far away. And then the closest American neighbor to me is 90 kilometers away. So I'm alone in this village.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a really big, scary transition at first. But then actually po, I felt safer in Africa than I felt in America, if that makes any sense. Because they don't have gun violence in Zambia. It's a safe, they've never had a war. They are such, and actually, you don't see, especially in southern province of Zambia, the Tonga tribe, they take so much pride in their children. You don't see kids begging on the street. It's like everyone takes care of everyone as a family, and I love that about that sense of security and family. And they even had me name of one of my best friends in the village. She walked 3 kilometers to my mud hut just to ask me, Ba Mary, how's the day? I have a question for you. And I said, oh, Ba Mrs. Yotem, what's up? Bako Samane. And she told me, Ba Mary, my husband and I, we'd like you to name our firstborn son. And I like started to cry because I've never had that honor before. For one thing, I've never had a baby, nor have I ever named a baby, so I don't feel qualified to name her firstborn son after five girls. And it was just to give you an idea of how close we all became after 2 years. Well, not just the highs, but also the lows when I was also, having a hard time. They would also, like my university, I remember I was running because I'm a runner, active runner, even in Africa. I even ran my first marathon, 42.2 kilometers across two countries from Zimbabwe to Zambia, across Victoria Falls. And she just laid her hand on my heart and said, Mameli, I'll pray for your broken heart. I'll pray for you right now. And she prayed with me because she saw me slow down and she could tell there was a weight on me. And it's just a powerful thing for when you can reach out. And it doesn't matter if we don't understand fully what's going on, but we can really pray that God will make a difference and change what's going on in your life, in my life. So yeah, I
Yeah,
loved
I
it.
agree. Yes. When aside from Africa, you've become a disaster response medical team and you were sent to Nepal. When is this
Yeah.
and how's your how's your stay or how's your
Yes.
what do you call this? How's your purpose been there in Nepal?
It was so random because there were so many signs towards the end of my graduation from my university that I should go to Nepal. I got an email for the invitation to be a part of a team sent to Nepal. And then all of a sudden, all of these signs started to come around me, like even from high school, friends and things like that. They were bringing up quotes of someone who had died in an earthquake in from our high school, and I was thinking like, oh God, like what if I die if I go there? Like this is this is a disaster zone. So, but then he affirmed it. He provided, transportation for me, and then within within 48 hours full, I had not one giant 50 pounds, of 100, basically 100 kilograms of medical supplies. I had 200-pound bags of medical supplies from various donors from different medical companies. Because everyone wants to help Nepal at that time because there was an earthquake that killed 8,900 people. And a lot of the roads were destroyed because of that. And they needed young people like me who could carry medicine on their backs up a mountainside to reach people. And so there was a nurse from New Zealand. Oh, no, she's from Australia. Oh, she might get mad at me by saying she's from New Zealand. But she's literally 60 years old. And ano po, she was so strong. She could carry the medicine on her back up the mountainside. And she would look back and say, what's taking you guys so long down there? And and, and then I was part of the
Well,
triage
that lady
team.
is very
So
passionate.
yes, yes, she is. She is. And I love her very much. Nurse Nora. We're still friends on Facebook and keep in touch. And yeah, it's even though we're only a small team of 24 people, we were able to treat some things like an undiagnosed skull fracture. That was crazy. We had to get that patient airlifted out. And shout out to Dr. Susie Stokes, who is our uh, she basically is an amazing doctor who rappels out of helicopters to rescue people. And when you're on a mountainside, it's difficult to get to people by road again. So to transport patients would mean helicopter, and she was our doc for those situations. Yeah, it really changed my life because um, of this verse in the Bible of Queen Esther. She said to the Lord, "If I perish, I perish. As long as it's your will, God, let it be done." So that was actually before I went to Africa. Was that kind of traumatic experience? Because if you're seeing people who have been buried under rubble, who are now coming to you for help, and it was uh, it was very life changing because that was in a very emotional time for me. But yeah, God is just so amazing because it prepared me for my service in Africa, where I I could, risk everything and live there for
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so we are now on our first 30 minutes of our interview. So we will have a segment. And
Okay.
this one is picture mo, say mo. So
Okay.
we'll stalk your social media, all your social
Oh.
media, and we have picked some of your photos, and we will be flashing them on the screen, and then please uh, describe to us what or explain to us what was that picture all about. Okay,
Okay.
so let's
Game.
start. Let's begin. Picture mo, say mo. Let's have picture number one.
Oh, wow! Oh, kilig ako. That is the Prince of Brunei. So he was at,
Wow.
yes, he was at the polo match for the SEA Games, and I was there to support, my god cousin, and it was just an incredible thing to not only see the Philippines play and to win our first medal in the polo games, but also to meet the Prince of Brunei. And we got a picture together. He was so nice. He was a really nice person. Yeah.
Okay, let's have the second picture.
Oh, so
Wow.
yes, Manny Pacquiao and Jinky Pacquiao, they're so sweet folk. So I have an amazing story about this. So this was at President Barack Obama's National Prayer Breakfast that I was mentioning before, where they picked a handful of students from across the U.S. to represent each state at these prayer breakfasts and to pray with not only our national leadership, President Barack Obama, our Congress, our state representatives, but also they invited the Dalai Lama and Manny Pacquiao and 3,000 other leadership to be present in in Washington D.C. And I had actually just gone to the near the front of the celebration, that evening, just to take a picture of the stage. And I saw Manny Pacquiao, and I just decided to say hi, like, oh, magandang gabi po. I'm Maricres Castro. I'm from Washington State. And he said, oh, you're Filipina. You sit with me. And you know what he did? He had his bodyguard who was sitting in that seat that I'm sitting in. He had him move so I could sit next to him and his wife. Like, oh my goodness. And, just to be able to chat with him. We even actually played basketball on stage, on the same stage of, of that evening, it was part of an icebreaker. And uh, he's just someone who really exudes the love of God because he was so vulnerable on stage about his life and his journey. And yeah, I felt so proud as a Filipina to see him in Washington, D.C., talking about Jesus and ministering to not only American leadership, but the Dalai Lama was their leadership from around the world. So that's definitely a moment I keep close to my heart. Yeah.
Okay, let's have the next one. Next picture.
Oh, so this is Queen Miss Made in Nigeria Queen 2019, Debbie Davids. We met through because we're both models here in the Philippines, and I was invited by my mentor at medical school to attend their Africa Day celebration, and we ended up just meeting up and going there together that night. She's actually one of my best friends, so here in the Philippines, and she actually she and the African Filipino community they would invite me to other events, that celebrate our cultural togetherness. There was after this photo was taken, there was a few more events where the first ever Miss Africa Philippines was held last year, and she actually helped train the winner and the first runner up. So an incredible beauty queen, an incredible friend, and I'm really inspired by her and her heart.
Okay, let's have the fourth picture.
Oh, so during my time in college, I had the amazing opportunity to have a medical fellowship in Spain. So this is actually in uh, the medical emergency room of Hospital Dr. Negrin in the Gran Canaria Islands of Spain. And it was an honor because actually a few minutes after this photo was taken, we got swamped with patients, and I just got to really appreciate this incredible team of nurses who are the glue that run the emergency care center and our healthcare system. Nurses, especially all of our frontliners, they deserve more respect and I believe a fair working wage that honors their respective practice. I'm so inspired by nurses for, and I love this picture so much.
Okay. I think we have another one.
Okay. Ah!
There.
Thank you. First ever. Oh my goodness. The red carpet presentation was a literal dream come true. Like it was so spectacular, so elegant, so classy. It was literally another level. And to not only be a part of it, but to represent the city I love, Muntinlupa City, across my chest. it that is also a moment I will remember for the rest of my life. And I'm so grateful to the Miss Universe Philippines organization for this opportunity to represent my city with my whole heart.
Okay, meron pa ba? Tingnan na natin.
Oh. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. So this is a photo, a collage I posted. This is basically about being in solidarity against racism that's happening not only in the US, but across our world. That everyone internationally has been resonating with the Black Lives Matter movement because we know that the brokenness of our world can be healed and it can be healed through the power of love. Because as we can see in these pictures, po, racism isn't, we aren't born racist, we're taught racism. And so look at how much
Yes.
more beautiful our world can be if we just allow love, family, and community to be at the heart of what we're trying to promote in our world. So I love these photos, what they represent.
Okay, so ayun na. So we're done with picture mo, say mo. Now let's read
Okay.
some of the comments from our viewers. Okay, sige, tingin ka lang sa screen. Ako na magbabasa ng mga comments nila. Okay. Wow, madami na pala.
Oh.
Okay, from Gia Cruz Benaventura. Go, go, go! Queen Maricres Castro, Muntinlupa City for Miss Universe Philippines 2020.
Thank you so much. She's the president of our Lions Club that supports me in my candidacy for Miss Universe Philippines, and we do a lot of service work together during COVID-19, and even before that. Our hashtag as Laban Lions is hashtag We Serve. So I love you, Sis Lion President Gia. Thank you so much for that encouragement. Laban Lions.
And we have here from Nora Dalcedo. Good luck and God bless.
Oh, hi. Nora, I call her Tita Nora. She's actually from Seattle, Washington. She's given me some love all the way here in the Philippines. Thank you so much. I grew up also helping volunteer with our Filipino community there. So good to see you. Oh, hi, Sir
Okay,
Angel.
from
Love
Sir
you.
Angel M. Camilla. Yes. Hello, Maricris Castro. Enjoy your interview. Thank you. Okay, thank you po, Sir Angel. Again, thank you po. Salamat sa support po ninyo. Okay,
Thank you.
from AJ Basconcillo Rodriguez. Hope the universe is always safe. Heart, heart, heart.
Oh, thank you so much, AJ.
And we have from Crescencia Valdez. I think this is your mom.
That's my
Is this your mom?
grandma, my 96
Crescencia.
year old grandma.
Oh, your
Yeah,
grand.
I was named after
Oh,
her.
hello,
Yeah,
Grandma Lola.
hi
Yeah.
Lola. Love you.
Thank you for watching po.
Oh, that's my mom right there.
Ayan,
Hi,
oh.
mom. Love you so much.
Gorgeous Maricres Castro Muntinlupa, very proud of you. You are a strong woman with a heart. And from eto na
Oh,
siguro yung mom mo, Malu Santos Valdez. Hello, Maricres Castro. A smart, beautiful woman with a heart. You got the scholar because you're smart. You're smart with GPA 4.
mm. And also because of your love, mom. Like,
From
you inspire me. Yeah.
yeah, from
Oh,
okay here from Pia Manalis
yeah, that's
Santos.
my
A true brain
tita.
and beauty. Yeah. Hashtag Chris Universe. Hashtag Lion Chris.
Love you. Thank you.
Ayan. Keep fighting, Chris Universe. Hashtag Lion Chris. We love you, Maricris
Oh,
Castro. Smart and beautiful. More blessings. From your mom again, Maricris Castro love to help and volunteer with the community even at a young age, at a younger age.
mm-hmm.
From your Tita Pia again, a true beauty with a heart. Yan.
Thank
Okay.
you. Such a supportive family.
Yes.
Oh,
From
hi again.
Raymond Paul. From Raymond Call. Go, go, Marie Chris.
Oh, thank you, Raymond. Love you. Hair and makeup artist ko yan.
Oh, okay. From
Yeah.
thank you for watching, Sir, Ma'am Raymond ko. Ma'am Nano.
Yes po.
From Rennie Solaru, Marie Chris, you are a blessing to all that have the pleasure of meeting you.
Oh, Rennie's one of my best friends in the States. He's also he also is like an athlete and he's pursuing medicine too. He's pursuing nursing. So one of my best friends.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, we have Regina
Kinisting ko.
Malana, Miss Isabella.
Oh, hi.
Reg-
Hi, Doc.
Go Queen Marie Chris. Yeah, looking forward then,
Oh,
Regina, for your interview with us. Okay. From Crescencia Valdez, again, I love you, Apo.
oh. Oy, nagiyak ako. I love you, Grandma.
From Ian Valdez, congratulations po with a heart.
Oh, nephew ko yan. Hello. I'm a big family.
Uh,
Supportive family.
yeah, I think they're very, very supportive.
Yes, I'm
From Reg-
so
from
grateful.
Regina again, Regina Malana, such a kind-hearted and empowered
Oh,
woman.
Kaurin
O,
sis.
diba? Queen sisters. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's go back now to with our conversation. Okay. Um, what was your reaction when you are officially announced as one of the official candidate of Miss Universe Philippines?
I couldn't believe it. Like I was so grateful because I don't know if I told you this before, but they the day of the final screening, I was so sick. I actually felt like I didn't do a good job during the screening because I even had to go to the hospital afterwards. And because I was just feeling so sick and dehydrated. And that night when I got the text that I'd made it to the next part of the screening, which was health and everything like that, and I was like, "Oh, praise God." And it wasn't even until the night before, February 14th at 11 p.m., that they told us we're officially going to be in the press presentation, that I was just like, I was so overwhelmed. Full. And that experience has just been,
Okay,
it's an honor. Yeah.
okay. So ayon, what makes you a phenomenal woman then? What
I
makes
think what
Maricres Castro a phenomenal woman?
I think what makes me a phenomenal woman is my ability to see people with love and compassion and with a heart. So even though we're all human and we all make mistakes, I think what makes me phenomenal is what Mother Teresa said, that it's not that we do great things, but we do small things with great love. So each person I meet, each organization I get to be a part of, each cause, especially this cause that's close to my heart, makes me a phenomenal woman because of my ability to love greatly. And I think that's what makes all women phenomenal as well. And every single person on this earth phenomenal is their ability to love. And when love overcomes hatred, that's when we begin to heal all our world. So,
Yes. You have all this experience in pageantry. You joined Mutiana Pilipinas, Miss Cuba Philippines, like that. And of course Miss
yeah,
Earth. You also Miss Earth Philippines or Miss Philippines Earth. You've joined also. I just want to know: is there a difference now with how do you prepare for Miss Universe Philippines than the previous pageants you've joined?
absolutely. I think the level is definitely higher, and it's a higher level of training, of self-discipline, of introspection, and also the reach is just phenomenal because we're able to communicate with different fans from other countries, and people are really paying attention to what's going on with our pageant. And when we stand up for something, it's heard. So it's an incredible platform, and I definitely want to honor this experience and to honor this opportunity with the real hard work it takes to prepare. So, yeah.
Okay. Sige. Now that we are in quarantine, naka-quarantine tayo, so na-postpone lahat. Actually, nag-stop, nag-postpone.
Yeah.
So, ang daming tawag dito, ang daming mga na ipagpaliban. Who do you miss most among your MUPH sisters?
I think I really miss, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them, but I think I miss the most, I think, Erica Evangelista. She is such a light to be around. And I love, love, love Sandra Limonon. She was, okay, if you can imagine, I'm getting ready for the photo shoot and she's saying, not the photo shoot, but the runway challenge. And she was coming up next to me saying, girl, let me get this for you. And she was helping me put on bronzer. I didn't even bring bronzer with me. She said, girl, I got you. And she was, she's such a light. And, those two girls, Doc Regina, all, just, it's really a sisterhood full. Like I can name so many girls, just off the top of my head because it's a really loving group and I'm so honored to be a part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Now that we are in, ano na, actually, in GCQ, officially,
Mm.
this day,
Yeah.
June 1, 2020, we are in general community quarantine. So hindi na ECQ, hindi na modified ECQ. So we are now in GCQ. What will be your message, or what will be anong mapapayo mo? What advice would you send to all of the people that we are in GCQ but still the virus is still rampant and there's still no vaccine? What is your advice to everyone?
My advice would be that, babangon tayo, we will rise. People are scared, they've lost their jobs. They're afraid because they're afraid to even go to the grocery store. I just want to encourage them to know that we will overcome this this crisis and we will overcome it together as we continue to be mindful and as we continue to, wear our masks, wash our hands, support our frontliners and pray. God will provide a way for us as we continue to give our all. Well, as we continue to come together, we will rise. and we'll make it through.
Yes, totoo naman. Basta magkaisa lang, sundin lahat naman mas nakakabuti para sa ating lahat. Okay.
Mm.
So, what will be your message naman to all the frontliners who spent and gave their best just to serve our country
Ano
during
ko
the
po,
pandemic, during the
medyo, yeah, medyo emotional ako regarding that kasi in our BCBP group, we also have frontliners who are asking for prayer. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Kasi po, they're also scared. They're also afraid of bringing this virus home to their families, but they still go to work because they're doing it for us. They're doing it for you. They're doing it for me. And I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I'm praying for you. Babangon tayo, we will rise together because of your selfless sacrifice to put your life on the line for our entire country. Thank you so much. Yeah.
okay.
And
Ano
yeah.
ngayon ang sige, just continue. Just continue. Anything you want to say
Oh,
more? Continue.
um, I just also wanted to give a shout out to one of the organizations I volunteer with called Lawyers for Doctors. I sometimes I am talking to our frontliners over the phones about coordinating relief goods that we're sending to them. Right now, we're coordinating a lot of meals and PPEs and things like that for our frontliners in over 70 hospitals here in Metro Manila, in the Philippines, and in other provinces. And I just want to give a shout out to our team, our lawyers who support doctors through this organization. I think it's an amazing thing to be a part of and to be a part of the difference we're making. Because sometimes I'll be messaging a frontliner. This is one instance. The one that, oh, have you received it? Because we haven't gotten a confirmation from you yet. Because they're supposed to take a picture and send it back to us so we can do our inventory properly for our organization for the warehouse that we keep the supplies in. And she was saying, "Oh, sorry, I had to perform an emergency C-section. I will, I instructed another doctor to help with that." And I'm just like, "Oh my goodness, they're doing everything po. They're doing, they're keeping on top of their work. They're not only caring for COVID-19 patients, they're also caring for the women who are still giving birth." And I also want to give a shout out to the Philippine Red Cross because we are working on a campaign with them for more blood donations because mothers, people who are giving birth, mothers who are giving birth, they they're dying because sometimes the blood loss, sometimes, and there's not enough people who are donating right now, who are donating blood. So we need more blood donations for. And I just like to take this opportunity to say the Philippine Red Cross of Muntinlupa City, we will make sure that you are safe. We have social distancing. We can actually come pick you up. We have a vehicle to pick you up if you want to donate. And we optimize social distancing when you arrive, and we do pre-screening beforehand. So please contact your closest Philippine Red Cross chapter to schedule blood donations because Filipinos are dying uh, right now from a lack of blood donations po. So that's what I would just like to say. It will help support our fellow Filipinos and our frontliners who are doing their jobs to help save even more lives. We can all contribute. Even if it's not money, we can donate our blood. And that is a really life-saving gift po.
Well, actually nakakatuwa kasi the Miss Universe Philippines really supports all of you, all of the candidates. Talagang isa siyang patunay na empowered at very
Yeah.
phenomenal kayong lahat. Grabe. Nakakatuwa.
Yes.
Nakakatuwa. Okay, sige, last one. Um, ano yung sa tingin mong major learning na dapat nating maintindihan about this pandemic?
I think my major learning has just been the power of one, the power of one person and humility of that one person to create a difference. Because kasi po there's a lot of fear and a lot of misinformation, di ba? So much misinformation going on in our world who are taking advantage of the fear in people's lives to spread misinformation. And so to just be that one person who, fact checks, who promotes, the truth, it makes a difference to save lives also so that people don't get too scared and they also are adhering to the proper rules. And I think as a Miss Universe Philippines candidate, we've been given this incredible opportunity to help be those people, to help be that change in supporting in our own way. And I've also been, yeah, just really enjoying learning from home. So taking an online course on reviewing my biochemistry for medical school,
Mm,
and then also
okay.
I'm actually pursuing my master's in teaching also at the same time.
Wow.
Yes, so I love teaching too, and I'll also be mastering in teaching science education. So kudos to you also for teaching science. It's just a wonderful thing.
And hopefully you could volunteer just a spare of your time someday soon to public school children who are really really eager to change their life status and to be
Absolutely.
someone in the near
Mm,
future.
I actually volunteer every week before the pandemic for almost 3 years. Once a week at the Taloy Foundation for Rescued Street Children and underprivileged kids. And
Oh,
it's actually my experience based on that that inspired me to speak on behalf of the millions, 1.8 million abandoned children here in the Philippines. Because I'm helping teach basic English, basic reading, basic math. Um, but well, it's so amazing because I only see them once a week. But one of the girls that I help tutor, she actually went from not being able to read to actually being able to read, and then she actually acts. She's become an actress in our drama for the school, and it's so powerful to see her make that transition from where she'd been and where these children have been. I completely agree with you, Paul, because there's so much every child can accomplish as long as you give them that opportunity, as long as you give them that love, that you believe in them, even just 1 hour a week, Paul, and they'll go so far. It's incredible. That's why my advocacy is hashtag adoption angels, because I believe every child deserves a loving home to make it possible.
okay. So you've mentioned now your advocacy. Can you tell us more about it? It's about adoption, right? So can you tell us more about that? And please have now the floor to encourage people to support your advocacy.
First and foremost, I would love your support through prayer. Everything I believe begins and will reach its fulfillment with prayer because that's how God will inspire us to make the right decisions. And I also just want to ask for your help with promoting the Instagram account, hashtag Adoption Angels PH, where I started to follow and started to share information on making adoption more accessible here in the Philippines. And there are also laws that have been passed since last year that have, about making adoption more succinct and not as, you know, as difficult as it is with the bureaucracy. But I think as we continue to make ourselves open to talking about this, because 1.8 million children, that's insane. That's an incredible number of abandoned children here in the Philippines, especially as a nation that proclaims to love Jesus. We should really show our love as he told us to care for the widow and the orphan and the people who are having a really hard time. So I would just invite people to follow me on my social media for that, at Adoption Angels PH, to see how you can get engaged and how we can make a difference in helping these children find a home.
Yes, and please do promote now if you have a donation drive ongoing, or if you have, or if you are supporting donation drive, and please also promote your social media. Saan ka namin mafa-follow, saan ka namin ma-add, saan ka namin ma-stalk, saan ka namin ma-like. Please do so.
Sure. I'm an open book. Please come follow me on my Facebook, uh, Maricres Castro, or my Facebook fan page, Muntinlupa for Miss Universe Philippines. And I also have official Miss Muntinlupa as my title for my official Instagram page. And I would also encourage again, please follow Adoption Angels PH. And ooh, I think we just had a blackout, but hi, still here. And I just like to also encourage people to participate in the donation drives that I'm helping out with for Lawyers for Doctors. So we're actually making a big push to provide meals for our frontliners. So you can find us on Lawyers for Doctors Facebook page or on our Instagram, Lawyers for Doctors. And I help manage those for them too. So if you message them, it might be me who's getting back to you directly. And I would also like to promote Kapit Mindanao for our Mindanaoan communities, as well as um, there are two orphanages that I help out with directly. There is Merit Excel Orphanage in Marikina, where they are in need of food and basic necessities. Because actually, because of the pandemic, donations are down for these orphanages, so they're not getting as much adequate support as they usually get to
Yeah, totoo.
help their children. So the Tuloy Foundation here in Muntinlupa, Merit Excel in Marikina, and whoops, shout out again to
Yeah.
um, Bahay Aruga, which is in Manila. That is a child's cancer shelter for children with cancer that I also volunteer with for the past 3 years. So I'm very busy, but to um, I really love to be a part of the change in our world and make myself open. And so uh, also there also there is the whoops. Also sorry
Yeah,
about
that's my
the
baby.
yeah. Uh, I'm cute. And I love dogs. I love animals. I also want to give a shout out for there's one more organization that I really, really care about. And that would just be the zoos that have animals. If anyone would like to support them, they really do need help supporting their animals. And the owners are using their own money right now, but they could use support too. So those are just a couple. And Japadpad, please check out the GMA Kapusa Foundation to help them after Typhoon Ambo. They really do need help too. So thank you so much. I know that's a lot of information, but my
No,
heart,
grabe, nakakatuwa. Nakakatuwa
yeah,
because these causes are really something. And nakakatuwa
yes,
kasi you're involved and you are actually promoting them. Oh my God. Diba?
yes, yes. It
Hindi,
because there's so much need for, and I actually am friends with a lot of those children at Bahay Aruga on Facebook. I see their posts about if anyone can help with my medicine for this week, please message my mom, and like I'm friends with the owner of that shelter and she's asking for help too. So it's not that, oh, I just see it online. It's like I've been to those places, I'm friends with those people. And um, I think that's I think that's also why I'm I'm a phenomenal woman because of my compassionate heart, the ability to love and to really
yes,
allow
I
those
agree.
stories to impact me. So I don't just say this because to just say this, I actually volunteer there. I actually want to help. And Philippine Red Cross, please sign up to donate and get screened online so we can save lives together. So thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity to promote.
Yes. And thank you. Thank you for this after. Thank you for accepting our invite. And thank you for sharing all those important causes that you are supporting.
Yes.
Grabe, nakakatuwa. This afternoon became really, really meaningful because of you. Thank you very much, Mary
Oh,
Chris.
thank you po. Thank you. Maraming
And to
salamat
all our
po.
viewers, yes. To all
Thank
our
you.
viewers this afternoon, sa lahat po nanonood from the start till the end of this live, maraming salamat po sa suporta to Sir Angel Comia of the Miss Universe Philippines and the entire Miss Universe Philippines organization. Thank you for allowing us to get to know your candidates more. Maraming salamat po. And please stay tuned po sa announcement on our page kung sino po ang next namin for our scheduled uh, sa mga MUPH candidate or kung meron po kaming kings or queens na interview, just please be updated po sa aming page kasi anytime soon we will post a picture kung sino yung next naming ila-live via StreamYard. Okay, live gaya po nito. By the way, this live po is simultaneously broadcast sa aming official Facebook page at sa aming official YouTube channel. Okay? So,
Wow.
yes. Muli po, maraming salamat po sa lahat. This has been your ENP Entertainment News Portal correspondent Dale, and magkita-kita tayo pong muli at pwede niyo po i-follow bago ko makalimutan. Pwede niyo po i-follow
Yes.
ang aming page. Pwede po mag-subscribe sa aming official social media, sa aming official Facebook page at ENP Official PH, official IG account at ENP Official, and our official YouTube channel at Arvin Cabachete. Ayan po muli. Maraming salamat po. Again, Maricres, thank you so much for glancing us this afternoon. Sobra.
Thank you so
Nakatuwa.
much for this opportunity. And just to
Yes.
share our hearts, and thank you po. Maraming salamat po to you and
Thank you
everyone at
very much.
Entertainment News Portal. Thank you po. Sir Arvin, thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Oo, aming head moderator. Okay. So, maraming salamat po. Magkita-kita po tayo muli hanggang sa susunod po nating episode. Again, stay safe and we will heal as one. Goodbye.
Amen. Bye.